his fault. He was trying to avoid that. Sukuna was like, nah. You done it now, boy. I told you. Bah! Smacked him.
Dunzo. I mean, have you had your soul unwantedly touched?
Ew. Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like, point. Someone just walked up to you and just tickled your soul.
Oh. Put it like that.
That's what he did. And that's why Sukuna reacted the way he did.
My guff tickle.
What's up, everybody? Episode 26. We're actually going to start a little mini-series we got for you guys. I got these two to take the JJK ride since season 2 is starting. So what we did was I watched season 1 with them. And so we're going to go through it, talk about it, highs, lows, plus, minuses, why Breezy's butthurt, and Hunter x Hunter is his favorite show, and JJK is trash. We'll touch Breezy later. But before that, instead of out of pocket, I want to do something different today. So, and the reason I wanted to do this, I met a guy at work, and he's been super cool. He's MIT, training for another location. But, it's what we talked about before, like adult friendships and making friends as an adult, and like how it's just weird, and how you should just take out all like the BS and just be children again and be friendship. It actually worked. And so like, I'm going to tell you guys about it. So this guy, Miguel, right? And Miguel is like, he's one of those people that's like grossly positive, just unnecessarily positive about just everything in life. And it's borderline annoying, but he's such a down to earth and cool guy that it's not bad at all. And so story time. He's leaving the store now. He's been at the store for like 2 months, give or take. But like, I only started working with him like a couple weeks ago. We got to like my side of the line and started doing his training. We kind of got cool, started talking, but it was, it happened to be just a unique situation that we were both in. Like, he has 3 kids, but they're younger kids. Like, he's a chef at a restaurant. Like, he's moving from like one state to other. Just a lot of things going on. And like, we just happen to be like kindred spirit, just dads with young kids, like married, working at a restaurant. Just like a lot of things lined up. So like, then our humor started lining up, started talking about video games, started talking about anime, and like it was just like a weirdly unique event to happen, like after we just had the episode with Juan talking about like adult friendships and how weird it is and how like we spend all this time like focusing on like the weird aspect of it instead of just like taking it out and just having a conversation. So literally one day he's clicking next to me, don't know anything about this guy, just seeing him, know his name because he's there. We're just cooking. And then out of nowhere, he was just like, yeah, I don't know. Another manager was talking about Red Dead Redemption. He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, I tried to get the rare skin in that game. Fuck that. And then at that moment, I was like, the rare skins in Red Dead. I was like, what, you don't want to do the perfect skinning? He was like, yeah, shit takes forever. He's like, I got fucking kids. I can't do that. Then after that, it just took off from there.
There's the one, huh?
Yeah, and it's like, it's what we're talking about. It was a kid conversation. Like, literally nothing about it, just strictly, yeah, man, video games, and that was it. Just went off, had a conversation, and we've been laughing and joking since. And like, he's leaving this week, and like, I genuinely felt sad. I was like, dude, this is a genuine connection. Then like, I'm sad that you're leaving. Like, I'm glad we had this friendship. And we were able to take this, and I told him like, make it down to 4.com, look them up, and it's like, yeah, adult friends, it works out every once in a while, and that's proof of it. So guys, yeah. Stop being weird. If you like somebody, just start talking about shit.
Weird shit.
Talk about weird shit. Adults like weird shit. It's cool. Alright. Now, on to the more weird shit. JJK. So, since I've been pestering you guys about it, so what were your thoughts before watching it? Just what you have seen, maybe stuff I've said, like what are your expressions, like raw dog before you saw anything?
It was completely different from what I expected. I thought it was going to be like an Inuyasha type show. Like one of the, I want to call it serialization trash or serialization
like beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be like that. And as it turned out, completely different. It was very deep storylines there and dark world. Well, I kind of expected that, but I thought it was just going to be like surface level anime, but no, JJK was serious.
What you think, Breeze? How'd you versus what you felt to beforehand?
I heard the hype first. I heard it was very similar to Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
So I expected really good things from it. That's really all I heard about it. It was like good Yu Yu Hakusho. I seen some of the fight scenes; they were really good.
Okay.
So I was really big on it.
Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna pretty much touch like the first half of it. So like the first 13 episodes, because I feel like that'll get enough time to like talk about everything. So it's 2 arcs. You got the Curse Womb arc, which is pretty much all the beginning part, and then the Verse Mahito arc. And the Verse Mahito arc is just like pretty much all the Junpei stuff. So we'll talk about everything else, and then we'll talk about the Junpei stuff. So first thing, thus far, who is your favorite character? Or do you have one? I guess I should start with that. Do you have a favorite character so far? Or is it someone you're leaning towards, or someone you just flat out hate?
What's his name? Nanase or?
Nanami.
Gotta be Nanami.
That's he's my personal favorite character. Nanami, and then Maki's my second.
Yeah. I'm gonna be that guy, but I gotta say, it still gets me, even to now, just that scene of Sukuna just laughing at the main character, and that other dude just clowning him.
I was waiting to see your reaction to that scene.
I thought, alright, I admit, when you first see Sukuna, and he's just sort of like a battery that, what's the main character's dude's name? Yuji. I always keep mixing him up with Denji. And when he's just like a battery that Yuji can just turn on and turn off, I didn't expect a lot out of him. I thought he was just going to be like another Ninetales.
Yeah.
But that shit changed quick.
He is a villain.
And Sukuna just straight up was like, no, I'm in charge, not you. And he just spent the rest of the series just clowning Yuji. I was like, dude, man, you can't start weak. You can't start getting weak sauce by the main character like that and then turn into this boss afterwards. How does that happen?
Yeah, small spoiler alert. He continues to do that.
But yeah, definitely favorite character. Just straight Air Force energy there.
Yeah, he's definitely Black Air Force, like, incarnate. And he uses it every time. Every chance he can get, he will use it. Yeah, Nanami is by far mine. Because he makes, I realize that's the character I identify with the most. Because there's like I'm a grumpy old man, but it's like I still see the youth with light in their eyes. And like, I'll keep that light in your eyes. It's not in my eyes anymore, but I'll keep it in your eyes. No matter what, everything I got, I'll keep it in there. So story beat so far. How you liking them?
I feel as if I feel like JJK, and I felt this while I was watching it. I feel like this show was based a lot off of Naruto's characters, but I feel as if the author was like, what if we took the idea of Naruto's side characters and kept them all relevant, equally as relevant as the main character or more? Like Goto, that's Kakashi, you know, Kakashi in the old days when Kakashi was
Gojo,
that damn deal. Yeah, I love the idea of it. This is what Kakashi could have been, what he could have stayed as, and it kind of hurts the heart a little bit. When we were kids, we were big fans of Kakashi, and I feel like the author was this Akutami Sensei.
Yeah, Akutami, yeah.
I feel like he is right there with us in that feel.
I like it too. Like, my favorite parts of JJK are the fact that like Gege uses modern things to explain things. Like when using oh crap, never mind. That's a spoiler. I can't use that reference. But I will say this though. Gege Akutami uses a lot of like current events to explain how things work, and I like that because they're the same age as we are, so use things that we want to use to understand it. I can talk more about it when we get to season 2, but like until then, I can't really say too much.
Breezy, what do you feel about story beats?
Story beats.
JJK.
This is just the first
half, like up to Mahito.
I felt this was pretty good. I feel like the show overall, which is what I feel about most things, would benefit more if it was not about high school students, like because it feels like more, Nanami type characters. I would enjoy it more. But that said, the high school stuff wasn't obnoxious, so I enjoyed it for what it was, and I like the darker aspect of it.
Yeah, so I saw a video a while ago, and it was talking about how like JJK takes all the classic shonen tropes and just inverts them. Like, it gives you a school setting. They're never at school. Yeah. Like, it tells you they're in high school. They don't do anything with school. Like, it gives you these classes, but, like, it's 3 people per class. Like, it takes all these big tropes. And, like, it's funny because a lot of those tropes are, like, a lot of our problems with My Hero.
This is weird. Is that, like, a vocational school? Where you actually go onto the field, or is that a trade?
Yeah, that's what so like in lore, it is one of those schools where like special school, subordinate school. That's what it's classified as to still be a school.
You know, if you do that, I'm totally fine with them being technically high school because you know it's like you said, it doesn't feel like high school. It feels like they are out on a job,
right? But then it's an easy get into though because like you're marketing it towards teenagers, and you're like they're in high school too, and you're like, cool, they're in high school. Technically.
Yeah, they are technically in high school, but they are also technically employed, so it gets both sides.
Yeah, it does do a lot of it. And
for the government too, right?
Yeah. Well, because the government pays JJK to do the weird stuff and don't talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why Gojo's like insanely rich. So overall, what you hopes, dreams, aspirations for? Like,
keep the sub characters relevant and keep Sukuna hostile.
Okay, I can tell you those are both true. Those both hold true.
Make it more hostile.
Also holds true.
Yes, make it worse.
Also holds true.
I want to see him laughing at Yuji again like that.
He doesn't blatantly laugh in his face, but there are jokes at who uses expense.
Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I don't really have any hopes or dreams. I'm just kind of here along the show, enjoying the show as is. So hopefully it just gets, we get more of the characters. We get more, more involved story beats. I think more so, I want to see the main character really, because he's kind of my like weak point in the show. I don't really like the main character too much. So I want to see him do more, really lean into his powers. And become a badass without being like the newbie RPG character in the world.
Yeah, that's season 2.
Okay,
season 2, like the Shibuya incident, which is the big arc in season 2, which is like the first super big arc where like all the characters and everyone that's in season 1 is involved in this. Okay. So like it's pretty much no explaining of things. It's just like go.
Yeah,
go.
I want to see more of that.
Yeah. Like the first season did do a lot of explaining. We'll watch the movie later. And that's more about why Gojo understands Yuji's position and why he's like, I need to protect Yuji. Like the movie is a backstory, is a prequel to the series because it's actually the first version of JJK Gegakatami made until it got serialized. Then it became like the backstory and he switched the characters around and stuff.
Yeah, because what you're telling me, the show won't last long. So it's like, if we're out here for a long time before a good time, I don't want to see train arc. I want to get to the good stuff.
Yeah, they get right to the good stuff. Because season 2 is like, it's batshit crazy. And then like, it just gets even crazier after that.
I'm there for it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it has I think the biggest comparison is like people are doing like Hunter x Hunter. And it's like, I think that's a plus and a minus for both of them.
I think it's unfair to JJK because that's yeah. Because JJK is good for what it is, but for me, it's no Hunter x Hunter. Like
to me, they're completely. Like, I don't even know where the comparison comes from.
Yeah,
you dark shonen, I guess. Because I mean, I don't necessarily would put either one of them as seinen. So I guess the only comparison I would give them is like they're both dark shonen. Like you have the main characters that just don't do normal everyday shonen shit. But besides that. The power systems are very, very similar, but like that's it.
Maybe if they're comparing them, they're talking about like long-term consequences that characters actually do have to suffer through. Like in Hunter x Hunter, you lose a limb, you fuck up your nin, that shit's sticking with you for the rest of your life. And most shonens, you just get better.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, though. JJK does offer a lot more ways to fix things than Hunter x Hunter does.
True.
It does still have, like, the crazy cost that Hunter x Hunter has, but it offers a lot more ways to fix the fuck-ups at more cost.
Dude did lose a heart. And I feel like when Yuji got kind of suckered into taking that not so great deal. I don't really blame Yuji. He did not expect to get one shot like that.
Your arms too short to box with Demon God.
But he did. Sukuna did get worse after that, didn't he? Like once he.
Well, he didn't have to play nice anymore. He still needed to play his part. He needed Yuji to play his part so he could play his part to get the plan to go.
But I mean, like Yuji wasn't just turning him off like a battery anymore. Right after that deal was made, Sukuna took the driver's seat.
What as the problem with that lies though is like, is this kind of a spoiler, but not really. But as Yuji gets stronger, Sukuna won't just be able to do that.
Okay.
So like it's a pushback. Like they're both in the soul, but it's like it's a push. And as Yuji gets stronger, Sukuna, because the way they kind of explain it is like Yuji's soul is in control, but if Sukuna has X amount of strength, he's just pretty much bullying it. But like as Yuji gets stronger, he can push back.
That's what I like about it. That whole like balance aspect of it. And Gojo set all that up, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Pretty much Gojo is like moving all of the things on, but actually that is part of the intro to season 2 is a Gojo flashback arc. So like all the things on like why Gojo is doing things are like sprinkled throughout the movie. But then like the first 5 episodes of season 2 like really show you like why Gojo is the way he is.
Maybe that sort of realistic back and forth mechanics is the reason why they compare it to
Fair enough. That's but I think that's just a good. You know what I think is? Yeah, I'm about to say. I think it's just that JJK is the next big thing since Hunter x Hunter to be dark and to take at that level to do such. Because I mean, like, as ridiculous as that is, Chainsaw Man like still has consequences for like the things that happen. Like Hell's Paradise. There's a lot of anime and like mangas that do it. I think JJK was just the first one that people latched onto after Hunter x Hunter, and that's where the comparisons come from.
Chainsaw Man is a little bit too spicy with their consequences. They Game of Thrones that shit, and their consequences hurt.
I don't know. I feel like the way I feel about Chainsaw Man is like stuff is being done for the sake of being done, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just Chainsaw Man is like supposed to be ridiculous for the sake of being ridiculous. But sometimes I'm just like, this. Like, what are we doing here? Like
bloodbath, man.
It's bloodbath. It's just chaos.
Like, do you love someone?
Not even that. Do they exist? Yeah, whatever. I guess. I don't know. I like Chainsaw Man, but overall, like, I don't know what to do with Chainsaw Man.
I admit, I stopped after the first season, and this is a little bit because I'm a little burnt by My Hero, where. Yeah, I have some people around me who didn't stop after the first season, and they feel a little bit some type of way about where it's gone
bad.
so far. But when I saw the first season of Chainsaw Man, I felt as if just stopping right there would just make it just the perfect story, just the perfect melancholy.
Really?
Yeah, just like
I think Chainsaw Man's story is just arbitrary garbage.
Dang, man, what you mean?
I mean, like, I don't get me wrong, I enjoy Chainsaw Man. I just think, like, saying story and Chainsaw Man in the same sentence just doesn't make sense to me. It's like stuff is happening, and Denji just happens to be there in a chronological order.
Yeah, it's basically like a war record, where there's no sense in the world. It's just tragedy and people trying to not die. And not everyone manages that.
No one manages that. Everyone's kind of bad at that in our world.
Yeah. And I'm sure that Chainsaw Man continued being good. I was just scared of having my perfect vision of what I had seen so far put off by, I don't know, author rot.
Fair enough. But I will say this, as like, I'm currently with Chainsaw Man. And to me, Chainsaw Man, it never gets any better or any worse. It kind of stays as what it is. And I don't mean that into like, I enjoy Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, you love Chainsaw Man.
I just don't understand what the fuck it's supposed to be. Like, I don't, to me, it's like it's like when I saw Step Brothers. I enjoyed Step Brothers. I love that movie. But what was Step Brothers supposed to be? Who is it for? What is this movie?
It's a comedy, right?
Sure.
Okay.
And that's how I feel about Denji, and I feel about the Chainsaw. Like, the universe is great. Like, the characters are great. I just don't know. I'm like, what am I watching? Because, for example, like,
maybe just like anime Doom.
Yeah, because like, you know, I'm watching One Piece. Like, I'm following Luffy on this adventure, and like, he's going to be the Pirate King. You know, you follow Naruto, he's going to be the the Hokage, you follow, I mean, even Guts, like, you follow him to survive. Like, you know, everything kind of has, like, some purpose. And, like, Denji's, I guess you can say it's to survive, but it just, I don't know. It's a really weird space. Like, it is its own thing.
I think Alex described it the best way I'd ever heard it said. He said that Denji was an emotionally stunted and neglected child trying to grow into a man.
They shut me up. Alright.
No. Alright.
I don't know how or if he manages it in season 2. Because like I said, I left. But from what happened in season 1, it just seems like he just get more traumatized.
I mean, yeah. So, because it isn't more the anime. He does get more traumatized, but he does learn lessons and gets better at adjusting. He does grow up, essentially.
Okay.
If anything, I guess he is a teenager now. Like, he understands issues. Like, he does have problems with stuff, but he understands like his place and like some things he can do and some things he can't do. So like, there is some growth there. Like, his character is growing. It's just like, the world is
still shit.
Yeah, the world is still shit. Even worse so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's better. No, it's not. I mean, the JJK world's better than the Chainsaw Man world.
Yeah, so much better.
So much better.
Is Chainsaw Man a post-apocalypse?
Yes,
technically.
No. Something.
So it's current. Yeah, it's current timeline, but technically it's post-apocalyptic because in that universe,
the Gun Devil.
The Gun Devil. So like the devils and Chainsaw Man kind of work like the curses and JJK. Like, if you're scared of something, like, they gain more power and they get stronger. And like, as more people fear it, they gain more power. And so that's kind of how the devils work. So because of America, the Gun Devil is the strongest devil in the Chainsaw Man universe.
I dig it.
And it destroyed 70% of the population or something.
So the Gun Devil shot Japan. So like, think like a furrow the size of Texas running through Japan from a bullet shot by the Gun Devil.
Oh, yeah.
And that shot actually goes across the whole world. So other places are also fucked up, but I don't think we actually ever really see.
They talk about it.
I think America is just done. America is just fucked. They got Gun Deviled so hard that they're just not even in the story.
And the other countries, like, and it's a political thing to have pieces of the Gun Devil. Like, you're only allowed to have so much of the Gun Devil's weight. Because the Gun Devil will always reform itself. So if you get enough of it, it will go back to the Gun Devil. And if you make a pact with the devil, you can control the devils. And that's so it's a race to get the Gun Devil.
Yeah. And that was just the first season. Just Gun Devil.
Yeah, I'll probably do what you recommend. Just watch that. Just end it there, probably.
Yeah, it was awesome. Okay. And it hurt like Game of Thrones hurt. And it was just perfect. I left it off. I felt so... it makes you feel feelings. And I was like, this is perfect. Don't fuck it up.
It's so weird because the place it ends at, to me, is like horrible.
I know. Yeah.
It's like but it's like in the middle of... It's literally the middle of I think it's the middle of a chapter in a manga. Like, it just doesn't... I don't know. For me, like, everything about Chainsaw Man is done wrong, but it works.
Fair enough. It was definitely like the first of its kind that I had ever seen. Like, you do see a lot of dark shonens that do take from... I always say take from Hunter x Hunter when I'm talking about actual consequences mattering in a shonen. But Gun Devil has consequences like I keep saying Game of Thrones, but it really is. Consequences like Game of Thrones. Your main characters, your beloved characters are not safe.
No one is safe.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I went off on a tangent on Chainsaw Man, the JJK episode.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, they're part of the dark shonen, the dark trio. JJK, Hell's Paradise, and Chainsaw Man. JJK is my favorite of the three, and Hell's Paradise is one under that. Because I think Hell's Paradise is a Naruto we wanted as kids. It's like the real, like, ninjas murdering things.
Hell's Paradise confuses me. Because I don't know... I've only seen like 3 episodes of it. And it went from being
Yep.
Very realistic to I'm super powered ninja to, oh, actually I can die to, nope, I can't die. And I'm like, I don't know if you want me to feel anything for this main character or not. Gabimaru, like, I can't feel afraid for him if you keep going back and making him immortal right afterwards.
That's kind of the point, though. Like, that feeling you have, that unease feeling, that's kind of a thing throughout the show.
It's not unease. I feel as if he is strong enough to nullify consequences.
He is until he meets consequences.
Ooh, like, I gotta get there.
Yeah, that's what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that feeling you're feeling is not wrong. He just hasn't met consequences yet.
Okay, that shit does change once you get your first ass whooping. Just like when Sukuna was just clowning Yuji. God, I love that scene so much. I need that. That's got to be my ringtone.
Oh man,
putting that at the end of all my videos.
I like the part I liked most though is that Mahito thought he was bigger than what he was. And it's when Sukuna put him in his place later on.
Yeah, I always.
Because it's like, that part is good, but it's like, Mahito was the kid that walked to the adult table and got in on the joke. And then he really quickly realized, like, no, you're still at the kids' table.
You know, it's kind of funny. I actually felt bad for Mahito the second time that he touched Sukuna. Because I was like, dang, man, that time, that wasn't even his fault. He was trying to avoid that. Sukuna was like, nah. You done it now, boy. I told you. Bah! Smacked him.
Dunzo. I mean, have you had your soul unwantedly touched?
Ew.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like, point. Someone just walked up to you and just tickled your soul.
Oh. Put it like that.
That's what he did. And that's why Sukuna reacted the way he did.
My guff tickle.
No one's their soul tickled unwantedly. But let's talk about that ass whooping that Mahito got at the hands of Yuji and Nanami.
That was top tier ass whooping.
Yuji was when best of friend?
When Yuji and Nanami was still fighting Mahito in the schoolyard, like right after the Junpei stuff.
That was a great fight.
Yeah.
That was a really great fight.
Yeah.
So I was terrified that when Nanami got put in the domain expansion, because I was like, this is where I lose my best of friend. This is where I lose him. That. This is where
the show crescendoed into a really, I thought that was it.
But then it's like, this horrible joke earlier is the reason how he gets saved, and I'm like, the subversions that happen in JJK are probably my favorite in anime. Like, just how those little subversions, it doesn't have these super big subversions, but it's a lot of little subversions like that, and this is like, yeah, this joke was super fucked up a minute ago, but like, now this joke is what saves Nanami's life, and I'm like, yes. Alright, Junpei, I'm sorry you had to go. If Junpei had to go so Nanami can live.
Yeah. Oh, that's subversion too. That was a top tier subversion too.
So, reading the manga first, when I watched the TV show, when I watched the anime, and when I saw Junpei in the intro, I'm like, they did not do that to these people. Oh,
yeah, they did.
They did not do that to these people.
They did.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, we got our six Digidestin, or what was
the eighth one, yeah.
The eighth one, yeah. But no, this was like season 4, 8th Digidestin.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you know, make it.
Digidestin and their Digimon. Leomon.
Leo. Yeah. Junpei was that was a perfect arc. Like, that little Junpei arc, that was a perfect little arc.
Perfect tragedy.
And like, his mom tragedy, like, can't even show you how effed up it was. We just gonna give you words.
I learned about that before I knew what Jujutsu Kaisen was. I seen that image, and then I seen somebody's description of it, and I was like, oh, this is a fucked up anime. I gotta watch it. And now I watched the scene in Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, oh, that's what that was.
Super dark.
Dang.
You know, I don't, because of the streaming service that I use, which is to say none, I don't actually see the openings. So I didn't see Junpei in there, so I didn't know that they were, so when I met Junpei, I didn't think he was going to survive. Like,
you got that feeling.
Well, the manga, you get that feeling when you read the manga too. But like, you would have watched the regular anime as strictly like.
Yeah, he felt like a new Digidestin, legit. He got his like new power and everything. I'm like, oh, cool, we get to see him.
It's true. I had hoped that he would survive. I came to pity him, to be honest.
Yeah, he got a man no spirit.
Yeah.
He got a man no spirit.
But like at near the end, I was hoping that he would survive, and then Mahito just like laid hands on him. I was like,
do you feel
damn,
in charge?
that's it. That's it.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap like Saran on
that little arc right there was a great vertical slice into Jujutsu Kaisen, because like that actually hooked me, all of it, because not just the stuff with Junpei, but the power system also hooked me there. When we saw like Nanami do his critical hit system, because I was buying into the power system, but it didn't wow me. But then like seeing Nanami do that, I was like, oh, okay.
His overtime was the other restriction.
Yeah, everything came into play there. Like the critical hit, the overtime. I was like, all right, I want to see what else everybody else can do.
And I say JJK does a really good job of like overall, like when you get bored with the power system, just know that the next time you watch, something else is going to happen. Because I'll take every time you get that feeling, the next episode they'll subvert it.
Only really because I like only main character kind of bores me. That's the only powers I don't really care for, because he just punch hard.
Yeah,
you know. In a show about supernatural, I don't like punch hard. I like clever.
And I think that's the point of him.
You watch
he's supposed to. Well, I think because it's all a subversion of like shonen anime. So like he punch hard, and because the main characters punch hard, but like he's in the show where like punch hard only get you so far.
Yeah, I like when I watch supernatural shows, I like people to use like, you remember Moroku's like low tier powers in Inuyasha?
Yeah,
like the seals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I usually want to see more of that shit.
Fair enough,
but
you know. But no, like I say, Yuji, he just hands. He gets better and more efficient at hands, and so it's more of a spectacle. But I like his
Futai no Kiwami thing. You remember Futai no Kiwami?
Oh, yes.
I like when he got that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But like his progression is so much slower than everybody else's. Like everybody else already is established. So like whenever he fights, it's like, okay, I get to see you do this one new thing. Great, awesome.
Cool. You rarely actually see a technical main character in shonens.
True.
I'm thinking of like I said a second ago, Ueki from Law of Ueki, which was another really good classic shonen anime.
Yeah,
he was technical. Yeah, because his ability was to turn
literal trash.
Turn trash in a tree.
Literal trash.
And I'm trying to think of other ones. Oddly enough, I always thought that Yusuke was very technical.
Yes. He was. Well, because he was actually human and around non-humans most of his fights.
You know what the solution to that is? The Spider-Man problem. Because, like, the way Spider-Man solves things, he has all these powers, right? Super strength, web. It always comes down to his brain to, like, use the environment and do something clever like that. And that's what separates, like, Yusuke from, like, a lot of these
in Spider-Man's part, it's unique because he's trying not to murder people with his super strength. So you think about it. And Yusuke was trying not to murder people with his super strength.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Yuji's trying to murder everything with his super strength.
I feel like Yusuke's trying to murder things with his...
Well, I think he's trying to murder things with his regular strength, but he doesn't have the strength needed at the beginning anyway.
Yeah. He usually his shit ends up being lucky anyway. Like, he shot Hiei only because there was a mirror there that perfectly angled at Hiei.
Yo, man. Get
technical.
Bounced,
that's not...
Bro.
And the other one, his
it's called simple geometry.
Yeah, he got lucky in most of his fights. But yeah, I wanted more of that instead of just like big punch.
Well, Yuji just doesn't give you more than punch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of what he is.
Yeah, I mean everybody else kind of makes up for it. Like you got Nanami fighting with him, which made that fight so much better than it could have been.
And Nanami was literally technical.
Yes. That's why he was so fun to watch.
He's never made... I've never seen an office worker be the dopest character in the show.
Yeah.
And like, I love it too because he's like the opposite of Gojo, but still like one of Gojo's best friends.
Yeah.
And hates Gojo so much.
Yeah. He's like a good Krillin, man.
Pure
like
Dex character.
Yes. Yes.
Dex, luck, and crit.
Yep. Love it. Absolutely love it.
And oddly enough, even though Gon is all about throwing hands, I feel as if he is a very technical and clever
He's strategic, too. Yeah. That's why I like Gon's fights too.
Yeah, his clever is in recklessness more so than like he won't outthink you. He'll out-reckless you. And it's a good plan that could have been better if he would have like was the smart version, but he's not bad though.
He has a subtle power. He's really good at positioning because he gotta hit this punch where he's like sedentary, right? Yeah. So you gotta think like chess moves ahead, like several moves ahead to get into position. To hit you with that bitch,
right? But he doesn't care if he blows all his left side of his body out to do it, and that's yeah. Positioning is the perfect way to put it. Yeah, like I'll lose this whole arm, but if I hit you with this, you're losing your whole body. Like
on the surface, it seems like big dumb man character because he's just punching you, but like he's actually trying to like position you and himself to get that big punch off, which makes it a little bit more cerebral.
The Greed Island arc really sold that for me. Like with Earthall Mr. Exploding. When they were in that little cave together, he looks at him, he's like, "You're trapped in here with the explosion." And he says, "Ja." He's like, "Huh? Ja." You're like, oh no, I'm trapped in here with you.
You know what's funny? The Greed Island arc gave Gon all the technical abilities that he didn't otherwise have. Just for that arc, though, the cards gave him all that utility that he doesn't actually have as a enhancer. That's what it's called. But
or just big dum dum.
Big dum dum.
I can't call him a dum dum.
Just like Bane said, he fights like a young man, holding nothing back.
Yeah,
and literally, he goes all in for it.
Fair enough. He went all in. Lost everything.
Yep. It works till it doesn't.
He got it back for free.
Yeah. Take backs.
Yeah. I mean, it's a video game. Save states, bro. Come on. Be better.
Fair enough. I guess you're loading your own.
We need that. We need that in Jujutsu Kaisen. We need the Dreamcast art in Jujutsu Kaisen. The card, the video, whatever they want. He could do it. I wonder what video game he would choose, but I would like to see like their version of Greed Island.
I don't know if like JJK will like lighten it up a bit, like because Greed Island lightened up a bit before it sent you into the dark kind of. I don't know if JJK will lighten up.
I don't know
because even his humor is dark.
We had like a mass bomber in that video game.
Oh yeah, he was killing lots of people's. Oh boy!
And that lighthearted dodgeball game was actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah, man.
So if they keep that same energy with whatever they do, I wouldn't mind seeing like what they could do with like a Greed Island arc. Maybe that's too much like Hunter x Hunter though. So
I mean, like okay, Greed Island. I mean, just something like out
some outlandish, like kind of crazy. Take us outside the school Japanese setting. Just kind of
all right.
Yeah, do something a little bit wild. Because honestly, I would like to see it go for a little bit longer. I feel like it's ending a little bit too soon. Based on the pacing.
I feel that too. Like it's not but I will want to go, but the scene though, you'll find out in season 2 that the way the story is set up, it kind of has to be fast paced.
Okay.
And like I'm sure I don't doubt Gege Akutame's ability to like write it to make it longer. I just don't think like the story that's trying to be told, like how you would make it longer.
Yeah.
And make it make sense.
I respect the fact that he has a clear beginning end point. I really do respect that. Yeah. But it feels like, to me, there's a lot. Because it feels like the pacing is like, it's so like Naruto like right now. Like we're building stuff up. So I feel like it would probably be not as long, but close.
I feel how you feel, but I'm basing it off of Yuji's emotional growth and the fact that I kind of haven't seen any.
Okay.
And I don't want dude to just die while still being an idiot.
Yeah, true.
This is messed up. But I'm going to go real far back into anime history. Do any of you guys remember Chrono Crusade?
I watched a little bit of it. I remember you loved it, though.
Very vaguely. Like, bits and pieces. Like, never went back.
I remember what you told me about that, too.
I'm about to spoil the ending. The main characters die. And it is a heartbreaking death at the end. They win their fight, but the main character, in order to get the power that she needed, she has had to make a contract with the other main character, who was a devil. And the contract was that she'd die in a year. And then a year after that, they had won their fight against the main bad. And then they just both died. And she did a lot of growing. And at the end, she was crying and wishing that she had more time to live. And then she died. And they They
crying. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, she died at 16, so there was growth there, and that made it worse.
Yeah,
and I don't know exactly how JJK is going to end. I don't know if they're going to go back on the whole "we need you to eat these things then die" plot point, but if they don't go back on it and they actually do kill him, I don't want him to die an idiot. I don't want Yuji to die an idiot.
Yeah. No, he does have some emotional growth, and I don't think they're gonna go back on it.
I don't think they're gonna.
I don't go back on it either, because I mean, like,
I hope I didn't spoil Chrono Crusade for anyone, because they didn't go back on it either.
Hey man, it's like 30 years ago. It's not a spoiler now. It's not. After 10 years, it's not a fucking spoiler. It just is what it is.
I might go back and watch that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
That sounds kind of
I might go back and
it was truly great. It was not a shonen. It was one of those Sailor Moon type shows.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like
that's even worse.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. One of the fucked up shoujo everyone fucking die stories.
Yeah, I know. Because those will hit you worse, because like when shonens and stuff have like character growths, like you grow to love these characters because you know these characters. But like in shoujos and stuff, like you intimately know these characters. You get to know them in a different way. And it hurts. It's a different type of hurt.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
True. Oof. True, man. True.
It's a different hurt.
Even those badly butchered Sailor Moons from back in the day, I remember like they killed some of the villains off, and that was legitimately sad.
Yeah, because you get to know these people like everything. Because like most villains, like you get their backstory, right? But you don't see them on a day to day. And like shoujo, you see people on the day to day.
Yeah,
and like once you learn someone's day to day life, it's different than like I see you weekly. When you see them day to day, like the character, it just goes up.
It's like Jesse and James dying.
Yeah, it will hurt.
Just like that. Yeah.
Because you love them just as much as you love Ash.
Yep.
I was gonna say it was like when Kagura from Inuyasha died.
Oh,
that did hurt.
Yeah,
that did hurt. Any of his well, let me not say any of his first couple vessels when they died. Yeah, you felt that. Yeah, Kagura was the one I felt feelings about the most.
True. The rest of them were kind of annoying
because they were mostly evil. Like Kagura was like legit. Like I don't know if I'm evil.
Yeah,
I was born from evil, but I don't necessarily know what I'm doing.
Yeah, she wanted to get away after a while. She just wanted to,
literally just live her life. And he's like, nah.
Yeah,
go kill Inuyasha.
Yeah,
can I just sit here? Go kill Inuyasha for me.
With this harebrained scheme. There's a wacky. Take these bees right quick and go.
Oh no, bro, those bees were important, man.
They were.
I hate Inuyasha so much, bro. It's like, what are we gonna do this week? Naraku sent the villain. Oh, I'll wince on him. Nope, there's poison in bees. Hey, where's Naraku? He's the I'll see you next week.
Next time on Inuyasha.
We replay the same episode from exact. You know, now that we started this, I'm gonna go on a tangent.
Okay.
You know what pissed me off the most about Inuyasha as a whole? Kagome is a reincarnation of Kikyo. They look nothing alike. Every other woman in Inuyasha is a copy and paste of each other. Every other female NPC has the same face. Dang. But the two people that should have the same face don't have the same face.
Ouch. I'm thinking of Kikyo, Sango, and Kagura, and I'm just getting this sort of like this overlap of them. And I'm like,
they all look the same!
Their hairs are different.
Everyone looks the same except for Kagome and Kikyo.
They have different hairstyles.
It's the Claymore problem.
I hate it so much.
Fair enough. Claymore, everyone was just either ugly as shit or unrealistically beautiful. And you couldn't tell the difference between the unrealistically beautiful Claymores because they all just look like fine art paintings.
Yep.
That's fair.
Same foreheads.
Because that's just like One Piece. Like,
okay, I don't know. Because Priscilla had a 5 head that took up most of the series.
True that.
Oh, you about Priscilla like that?
I remember that 5 head, man. That was holy shit. It was open too. It was like Android 18 5 head.
The show was already like 4.5 heads, so her 5 head
just stood out.
Really stood out.
She looked like an alien. I mean, they all kind of look bug-eyed.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm shitting on the art.
No. Everybody, nobody will go harder on art than Alex. So that's how he would describe it. It's just the show with the ugly, like big-headed women.
That's no worse than me. How I describe anything with clamps.
Oh, true.
Legs.
Clamp is legendary.
Clamp is legendary. Legendary. Oh man,
yeah, the Inuyasha one that's apt though because it's the same type of like dark fantasy, but they just are more so like fairy tale, whereas Jujutsu Kaisen is more modern.
Yeah. I like, and you know what I realized about Inuyasha is that like I still liked Inuyasha. I just wish as a child I would have known the difference between shoujo and shonen.
True, me too.
Because if I would have known the difference and I would have known that was a shoujo and like I could have viewed it as a shoujo, I think I would have really appreciated Inuyasha much more. Yeah. But like my brain as a child was shonen, and I was like, it presented itself as a shonen, but it was not a shonen.
It was a nice tease for like if you like shonens, it teased you to get more out of you. And I stayed with it for like over 100-something episodes.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why I did. So it gave you it's a perfect like young couple show to watch.
True.
So like you can get like the lovey-dovey stuff and you get the action. It's so I mean
recently a COVID clip made its rounds to my feed somehow. It was just somebody reacting to it, and it was such a like a fandom thing, like because it was the one he told Kagome. He was like, "Wolves mate for life, and you're mine." And that was just the clip. And then it was like a squee. The lady who was watching just squee. Like this little girl squee. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's why I like it. It's like Team Jacob and Team Edward all over again.
Fair enough. I mean, because when Koga did come up, he was like, I am a wolf and you are a dog.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm faster than you. I'm stronger than you. And I'm like, Koga did dog walk Inuyasha for a long time.
If they didn't have weapons, Koga pretty much had it, but he didn't have any weapons.
And he refused to get weapons because of his wolf pride.
Yeah. He's like, I am the weapon.
Well, dang, man. It's just like what dogs actually did in evolution, man. They wisened up. Went with the winning team. Now who's an endangered species now? Anyway.
True that.
Damn. True that. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I think the newest shoujo, Undead Unluck, is the anime is coming out. I'm saying it here first. I love that manga. It's going to be the next big thing. People are going to love it. It's the best version of Inuyasha.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a main character, girl and guy main character. Like, girl's kind of weak sauce at the beginning, but like she becomes badass. And it's probably one of my favorite female protagonists.
Okay.
Like pure protagonists. Like, not that there are, I mean, there are a lot of female protagonists, but I mean, like, a lot, like, ones that, like, stick out and, like, carry their weight to some degree. Yeah, she's in there, my top 5.
I like her clothing design. She dresses very modern. Have you ever seen her? Like, imagine Pan with, like, a hoodie.
Oh, that would fix Pan.
And some jeans.
Yeah, that would fix. Yeah,
I think it wasn't a hoodie. Does she have like a?
It's just a sweater and a scully. Yeah, she wears a scully that says.
Oh, scully. Yeah, even better.
Yeah. She looks like a typical like teen girl. Like not. I don't want to say like the emo goth kid, but like the more tomboyish. Like just like a sweater, hat,
like stoner.
Yeah, stoner. Yeah, more like stoner. Yeah, stoner chick. Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah.
Hey, it's funny, like, hearing you say that she becomes a badass makes me kind of scared because, like, from what I know of her power, she has the ability to turn other people into a Lef from Shin Megami.
Oh, dang. That's frightening.
So, like, what is it? Does hers work by touch?
I can't explain things because I've read all of it. I don't know where you are and what I should say.
I've only read like the first chapter, just like the promo chapter.
Okay. So she touches you, she can make you unlucky.
Yeah. So she fought some dudes. She touched the main character, and a meteor dropped on him. And that's what I've seen of her power so far. So I'm like thinking like if you take that and make it something that you'd call badass, I'm like, dang, she gets to just curse you? Dang, she just say your name in Death Note.
I will say this though. Man. She doesn't she can control it at this point she can control it, but she still doesn't know what it is. Like, it's unlucky. Like, some shit's gonna happen, and I know when it's gonna happen and how much bad is gonna happen. I don't know what the bad is though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's got tiers too. It's like the more she touches you, the worse it gets, or like the more intimately she touches you.
Yeah, that gets that changes.
Yeah,
it is. It's great. If you haven't seen anything about it, you should read it, and if not, you'll be able to watch it soon. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it.
It's coming out in anime?
Yeah, they have a teaser trailer out for it.
Oh, cool. I think that's going to be really interesting.
Undead Unluck and Kaiju number 8. Those are going to be the next couple that take the world by storm. And you heard it here first on SLTP. And with that note, tell you about the new stuff. We'll catch you next time. We'll go over the rest of JJK and probably go over some more tangents. But so JJK, watch it. What else we got? Undead Unluck, read it. And Kaiju number 8. Go read it.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man, go read it. Be very confused. Let us know what you think about it. I still don't know what I think about it. I might love it. I might not.
Yeah. Chrono Crusade. Watch it. I promise the main characters don't die at the end.
Except they do. And it's sad. And be sad, I guess.
I'm going to bleep that part out. I'm not.
And as always, guys, thank you so much. We're at right around 260 for our subs. So thank you again. Much appreciated. So like if you're not part of our fandom yet, we're still trying to figure out a name for it. Like, subscribe, hit that noti bell. Let us know some topics you want to talk about, some animes, your favorites, characters you like, characters you don't like, stuff you want to talk to us about. And with that, may pull, stay cold, and your best stay warm.
Stay perfect, chat.
Peace.
I got